And we're live. It's Ted Hicks.
Yay!
Late Night Parents. We used to follow the show, latenightparents.com. We have the random broadcaster.
What's up, man?
And we have none other than Brian. Who's he this week?
How's it going, guys?
American Legion Juggernauts.
A fly version of Captain America with the hammer.
Yes, I like that.
The endgame Captain America.
Yeah.
JoJo is soon to join. How are you guys? How was your week?
Busy week. Still got a lot on my mind. Got a busy weekend and a busy next week coming up. So very busy end of the month. Very busy end of the month.
Okay. Good busy or so busy?
Progressive busy.
Progressive busy.
I got steady and progressive at the same time. So.
And of course, Brian's going to reply back. He's going to have a conservative busy weekend.
Of course. A non-liberal busy weekend.
Yeah, it's been a nice week. Weather finally is improving. We're in the fall season now. Other than that, I mean, I'm just kind of having money saved up because you got Vegas for my birthday and everything, and but Saturday, finally going to a. Why did it take me 40 years? A good 20-some years to do this, but I'm finally going to my very first University of Houston football game Saturday. Because I've been to many. I mean, I've seen
that's cool.
I've been to like many University of Texas games. I've been to many Rice University games. I've been to like some bowl game, like Texas bowl games, but I've never been to a University of Houston. But hopefully it's prime time, so they're planning to get CM Houston State, and hopefully since it's prime time, and they might wear their Oiler tribute jerseys. I hope they do it.
Right.
Nice.
Then on top of that, we have our fantasy football going on Sunday, right?
Yes, everything is still in place. Everything is still in place. Sadie, what's good, lady? How you doing? Thank you for being here.
Sadie, how you doing? Hang on. Hey, Tone, are you about to get hit with any storms or anything like that? Because I know a bunch of people in the Carolinas, Virginia, and down by your way are talking about some type of crazy weather is coming your way.
I saw a tropical storm depression weather system off the Atlantic. We had some wind today, but that's it. It's not going to hit the coastline. A lot of what's out there in the Atlantic isn't anticipated to hit the continent, if you will. So I think we're all right, honestly.
Oh, okay.
And I've been watching. Ever since I dialed you, I've been watching.
Just had a few friends talking about it, and it was just like, what in the Dickens is going on?
Right.
Okay, so got a couple of things to get to. We'll talk Belt Kings out the gate.
Sure.
Belt Kings fantasy football. Couple of things. Here we go. So the Belt Kings fantasy football live stream and podcast and live cast is available on Sundays around 11-ish, around 10-ish Eastern time.
10:30-ish, Ted, 10:30-ish, 10:30 a.m., Ted, 10:30 a.m.
Let me tell you. So here's my beef that I've been stewing on all week long.
God, 10:30 a.m., Ted.
So the Bell Kings live stream, which sometimes goes 2 hours.
That is on a rare occasion. Recently, it has been because we were getting ready for the season.
Okay.
And when you have a guest host. But
So
Ted come in and hey, Brian, you missed it. Ted.
it's usually, Brian, I'm coming in as they're getting ready to shut down, and then I just hold everyone up for another hour, just spewing football nonsense and some facts, a lot of fiction,
Mhm.
and then I get whatever off my chest, and then I'm like, okay, we can close it out now. But
Yeah,
I
I'm,
arrived
I
I
feel you.
arrived on the field at 12 noon Eastern time. There were no links for Belt Kings. The show was over. It was done. It was in the can, wrapped, and they were getting ready for the 1 o'clock games Eastern time. So I just made it to the field, and I was prepared to do my, my weekly site hit for Bell Kings, and I was talking to myself because there was no one there, and I was very hurt.
Let me say this again, y'all. I told Ted 10:30. Mind you, we had just did the show previously, 2-3 days previously. He comes in at 12 talking about, yo, you done? Yeah. What are you doing this solo? You ain't tell nobody. My links have never changed. The time never changed. All they do, I've always said it's been a year now. You want to come in last minute, fashionably late. I'm always give you that. But we were done in an hour. I always play an hour max. If we go 2 hours, we had a good run. Glick, what's going on?
Yeah,
So he said,
Steve.
maybe you want to let us know next time. I'm like, I've always let you all know. I put the link the same place every week since last season. I don't have the app on my phone. Now we have the problem.
Don't feel bad. I mean, because like I woke up at 9, and I'm like, all right, well, and I'm like kind of thinking, I'm like, okay, they're an hour ahead, so I'm just like doing laundry, making my bed and everything, and I'm looking at the time like, that's weird. I'm like, no text, no nothing. I'm like, okay, maybe they're running behind. I'm not gonna push. Don't feel bad, Ted. I was just sitting at my computer watching YouTube videos, and
Yeah,
by the time I knew it, I'm like, hey, that's when I realized like, are we doing a show?
I
I'm
always put
telling
the link.
you, I
I
was
always
there
put
with
the link
you.
in the league chat on the app. Then Ted talk about I don't have the app on my phone.
Aha, aha, aha.
I'll put the link right in the league. That'll hit the whole league at once, but nobody got the app on their phone. I can't wait. But no,
Glick,
10:30
what's going
a.m.
on, man? And
10:30
hey,
a.m.
Sadie, how you doing?
It's been craziness this week. There has been some craziness in NFL this week. I'm actually got the Thursday night game on now. Yes.
I'm guessing, and this is someone mentioned to me today that if you have 4 people or less, that you can stream the Thursday night game on Twitch on your feed. First time I heard about it. I
They're
gotta do
probably
some
talking
research.
about that with what's that Twitch thing they got now? The one where you could conversate with everybody. Guest stars. They're probably talking about that with guest stars.
Yeah, it was like if you're 4 or less, you can stream, you can watch and there's no copyright issues or anything like that.
Well, they got the game on Twitch right now.
Right.
If you got Amazon Prime, yeah. So if you
Right.
got guest stars, you throw it up there. You just got your audience. And like when you came over to Canteen this Sunday, we was watching the game in my room.
So I was so jazzed up and so prepared to tell Tony about himself that I downloaded the Cantina app to give him a piece of my mind
Yes,
in
you did.
a specific room. I said, I haven't been on this app in about, I don't know, 8 months, 10
Right.
months, a year. But you know what? It was an okay experience over there. People were behaving, and I had only put the app on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not on my phones or anything like that. So it wasn't that bad. Before we even go any further, big shout out to other podcasters and broadcasters and live streamers out there. So shout out to Nonsensical Nonsense, of course. Saturday Night Smoke, of course. our very own Tony D with Belt Kings, Mr. B with the B-sides.
Word.
Of course, Tone, you were just on a great broadcast, live stream, all about the joy. Of course, our good friends, Fireman Rich,
Yeah.
with his morning show.
Yes.
I don't know who has more fun than Fireman Rich at 5:30 in the morning. I'm telling you, always in a good mood, always happy.
Yes, he is.
It's just like, and I tell you, he's just tickled when we all just jump up there, and he's just like, how are all these people on this broadcast? I mean, on this podcast at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Rich, it's easy because we enjoy the content you provide.
Yes. And he reciprocates the respect we all have for each other. Absolutely. It's been like that.
Yep.
Me and him been like that for about a year or two now. Big
Yep.
up to man Rich for real.
Chris the technician.
And yes, everybody. All of them.
All of them that are on. Of course,
Lady 01, Nonsense, Carmen, Rick, all of them. Everybody. All of us.
Lady, all of them who participate on each other's shows.
Yes.
Shout out to Brian, as always.
Thank you.
So I got a quick question for Brian. You may not know this answer. I'm going to test Tony.
There you go, Jason.
The Jets and the Patriots play this week. The Patriots have beat the Jets 14 straight times.
Why?
I want Tony to name the 5 Jets quarterbacks that either have been beaten or the last quarterback to beat the Patriots.
The last quarterback to beat the Patriots?
The last quarterback to beat the Patriots.
Probably.
And I'll give you a hint. I'll say it happened in 2015.
Had to have been Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was here in 2008. So 14 times. So that's roughly about 7 years. They've been losing. So really from like 2016 on, they've been losing.
Excuse me. 2015, you said?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Geno Smith.
Well, you have 2 choices here. Either you could pick the 5 losing quarterbacks or pick the 1 quarterback that won.
I want to answer both.
All right.
Sanchez.
5 losing quarterbacks. I think.
But remember,
Sam Darnold has lost to the Patriots.
Okay, Sam Darnold.
Geno Smith has lost to the Patriots.
I think it's a different time. That's a different timeline.
But over the past 14 years, like you said,
no. 14 games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 years because they play them twice a year.
Yes, it is.
So over the last 7 years, you picked Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Who's the current quarterback?
Zach Wilson.
Okay, that's
2.
7 losses right there.
Okay.
Darnold has 3. And Zach Wilson has 4.
I was going to say Mike White too, because Mike White quarterbacked a couple times.
Okay.
That's all I could think of. I think the last one to beat them might have been
one. He won a Super Bowl, and he was the MVP in the Super Bowl with the Ravens.
Flacco?
He's
the last one to beat the Patriots?
No.
Oh,
he lost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he lost. So there's 2 more after that. It's going to have to be Geno.
The one you won't get, Trevor Siemian.
I barely remember him. You're correct.
Tebow.
Nah, different timeline. But that's 5 right there. Darnold, Wilson, Flacco, Siemian, and I believe White.
White, yes.
The last one to win was
had to have been Favre.
Fitzmagic, Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015.
He has like his own record.
He won
Right?
10 games. He won 10 games one season with the Jets.
Yes.
No. I mean, like, for Ryan Fitzpatrick has a win on every single team he's played against.
Yes.
How funny
So,
is that?
He also got benched on every team he's been on.
True, but he's
he had
pretty much
a
been on
temporary
every
run.
single team.
He has had a temporary run with every team he's on, but he's also been benched. So we credit him. He made it. He ran through the league. His time might be up. Yeah, you got to do something about J Money. Jay, we're going to deal with you later. That's J Money.
Oh, J Money.
That's J Money. Carmen, how you doing?
Carmen, how you doing?
Jay, thank you for coming through.
Hi,
Carmen, how you doing? So, question for the crowd.
Belcolada.
Question for the crew.
Rick Costa.
Who is currently right now the NFL's greatest power couple?
NFL's greatest power couple?
Yes.
Jesus. I'm going to say
your options are, you got 3 options.
Go.
Ciara, Russell Wilson.
Oh, Jesus.
Kim Kardashian and Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, why is he ruining his career? Do they not? Do these guys not know if you hook up with a Kardashian, your career is over?
I didn't hear the third option.
Who is the greatest power couple of the 3?
Who was the third couple?
Swift, Kelsey, Kim Kardashian, Odell Beckham Jr.,
Swift, Kelsey,
Ciara, and Russell Wilson.
The power couple, Ciara and Russell Wilson.
I would say Swift and Kelsey. I mean, because like Russell Wilson pretty much just, I don't know, man. He's like lost his
Bobby Shadow, bruh. What were you saying, Brian?
I mean, like Russell Wilson is pretty much on a decline, man. Like
he's on the decline.
I mean, like, yeah, he's just pretty much. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He's pretty much being a cuck right now.
You got to get a Super Bowl under your belt and get married to a woman that's as fine as she is before you can ever call him out. Just for the record. He's got a Super Bowl. He's been twice. He's got a fine wife and he's got money. He don't care. I don't blame him. We just want him to play more. We just want him to play more. They calling him out. They putting him on blast. Half of y'all ain't as comfortable as he is.
Yeah, it's true.
Tony, answer the question.
Oh, Lord. I'm
going to Ciara Russell Wilson.
Brian?
She said, oh, Lord.
I'm just going to go Swift Kelsey.
I think they'll be the future because Ciara Russell Wilson are kind of fading. Kim K and OBJ, that's going to be controversy. I got to give him that. Swift Kelsey.
Kim K and OBJ. Why do these dudes want to hang around this 304?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian being Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
Why does every performer or athlete want to hook up with Kim K? She is one of the biggest 304s in the country. Why ruin your career? Carmen, flip 304 upside down. And
I'm going to agree with him with Swift and Kelsey, but I'm going to go ahead and say Ciara Russell Wilson myself.
I'm going with Swift and Kelsey.
There'll be a few.
And now since OBJ's with Kim K, his career is pretty much over. I mean, think about it. All the dudes that Kim K's been with, all the dudes been psychologically messed up. And now OBJ, which explains the hair coloring and all that. Oh my God.
Oh God. All right.
Do not mess with a Jenner. Just do not mess with a Jenner or a Kardashian if you value your life and career.
All right. Next up, we got we're going to talk I don't want to rip them apart. So there's a Bleacher Report add-on. So how many people subscribe to Max, which used to be HBO Max?
I have a subscription.
There will be now. There's going to be now another app that you can download called Bleacher Report. It's an add-on, and if you have a subscription to HBO Max or Max is what it's called now, you'll be able to just view all your sports on this one specific app.
All sports?
It's all sports, but it's a tie-in. It's an add-on for if you have a Max subscription. So
I'm all in on that.
It's free. Okay.
I'm definitely all in on that.
Okay. It's free until October. No, it's free until February.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I have a problem with this is, okay, so you're already paying 15, and I know you and Carmen were talking about this previously. You're already paying $15 a month for Max. They want you to pay another $10 a month for this app. So basically, you're paying $25 a month to view the same content. So you're paying for the content twice, which I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Sounds like double dipping.
It sounds like it's double dipping. It is double dipping, and it's I guess for the lazy people that can't pick through, I guess their bundle, their cable bundle or something like that. I don't know.
I have the Bleacher Report app on my phone, and I just normally just have whatever teams or whatever sports I'm interested in, and I get my notifications and everything. That's how some of the stuff that came in, I'll forward it to y'all. I'll be like, dude, check this out.
The kicker is being able to pick up your games regardless. If you got a team, and
you can pick up golf, basketball, baseball, hockey,
MMA.
They don't have any MMA.
Power slap.
Yeah.
Power slap.
Oh, power slap. Oh, I love power slap.
So the problem is, I just see an issue with it. I don't know. That's just me.
The issue is the double dipping, but say you're able to pick up your favorite team and you don't live in the region. That's going to be a big plus to me.
But it's not that. It's whatever you have. So basically, if whatever games are being aired on TNT or TBS or one of their stations, True TV, it's going to be available on this app. So all they're doing is taking anything sports related and putting it on this app. So you pay for it already. And they're asking you again to pay for it again.
Right.
For additional $10 a month. We're going to streamline it for you. Because a lot of these apps, a lot of these different companies, they're cluttered because part of their entertainment and their sports and news is all mixed together.
Yeah. Now, Bleacher Report is big on the news. So if they got the news and the games, it's going to be plus. They're going to be a huge sports channel. They might overtake ESPN. YouTube TV keeps asking me one. Yeah, I know you can. Apple TV, I got a problem with because they can't play all the games. And honestly, I would love to have my Mets games up there, but they'll just have the game cast. You know what I mean?
And believe it or not, Amazon is doing the same thing. They're going to have a specific app just for sports. And then the movies and documentaries and everything is just going to be separate.
And they got an app for the movies already.
Right.
Matter of fact, Prime Video shows all of it there in the first place. So why they
I think the problem is it's too cluttered.
Service.
Okay. I think it's too cluttered.
Sound like service. Yeah, I had to look into it more. Bleacher Report has a lot of the sports news. If you can't get it here, you can't get it there. If you check in multiple sources, that's one of the other reliable sources up there. So, yeah, definitely Carmen. Definitely profit. That's not even a question. That's not even a question.
But the thing is, the issue is a lot of people are just cutting the cord.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
A lot of people just cutting the cord, and they're just like, you know what? I've had enough.
Cable companies are done. Everybody's running their own independent apps. Period. We got that. That's off the rip. We got that.
So we got Bobby who's saying he cut the cord, and Prime has sports. Carmen is basically saying that she wants this, separation, because it makes it, a lot easier. Oh, a lot of people have cut the cords years ago.
Yeah, people have been cutting cable. There's people who will not have cable. They will sit back and have Hulu and Netflix and be it and be done.
I mean, if you think about it, 10 years ago, there were 100 million people that had some type of cable package.
Right.
10 years later, there's 70 million.
30% is cause for alarm.
But 30 million people just said, poof, gone. I'm done with
this.
About
to grow. It's about to become more and more.
Really quick, Brian, do you want to talk about Ahsoka, episode 6?
Oh man, I'm loving it.
Y'all go ahead. I haven't started watching it yet.
I am loving it. I mean, Filoni, thank you, because it's Star Wars is right where it should have been like a few years ago before adding for Kathleen Kennedy and all these other irrational decisions trying to make the show kind of cater to, to the the alternative crowd. But the storytelling now with Ahsoka and like same thing with Andor and a little bit of Kenobi before, but I like with Dave Filoni at the helm now with Ahsoka, it's just the character building is great. Traveling to a different, exploring new galaxies is great. Blah blah starboard, just like California. Carmen, you really want to go there?
No, she's putting up a laughing emojis. Come on, Ahsoka.
But with Ahsoka though, with the storytelling, the characters are, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, it's pretty much picking up right where Rebels left off. But basically, I mean, at the last episode and then the last 2 other episodes have been great. So, I mean, we're loving it. Can't wait till episode 7, and then there's episode 8. So 2 more episodes 8 left to the season finale. But it's great. I mean, Rosario Dawson's killing it. Which is kind of funny because years ago when they were talking about like, oh, if they were to do Ahsoka live action, who would be a perfect one to play her, everybody chose Rosario Dawson. So this was like in the make, like finally reality coming true. Actually, new Star Trek show is the one that's on Paramount Plus.
Strange New Worlds.
Season 1 was awesome.
Season 2 was great too.
I know. I have not seen season yet.
I don't know if KB is talking about they want like Star Trek Legacy. That hasn't been, they haven't greenlit that yet, but that could be really, really, really good.
KB, how you doing? They got a lot of Star Trek shows out right now, honestly.
Lower Decks.
Yeah, Lower Decks, Discovery, Strange New World.
Strange New Worlds is just awesome.
Picard. They got 4 series going at once right now for real.
Yeah, I have not yet seen Picard. I've not yet seen Discovery, but
it's a slow burn.
Yes,
it's a slow burn, but it's worth it. See, by season 3, it's worth it.
But Ahsoka, I mean, it's really good. The storytelling is great. Filoni is finally, he's pretty much at the helm at this one because Ahsoka is the character he created. So that is definitely his baby. He's nursing that baby, and it's great.
Rick Costa's in the building.
I want to see Captain 7 of 9.
7 of 9 in the last episode.
Oh, and I just found this tidbit out.
Okay.
So the captain of the guards, Rick, you'll like this one. The captain of the guards for Grand Admiral Thrawn is played by Wesley Chatham. And if people don't know who Wes
Yes.
Chatham is,
Yes.
he is the star. He plays Amos on the TV show The Expanse.
Yep. Chatham was also in The Unit, one of my also former favorite TV shows. Let's see.
But so what was your thoughts on episode 6?
Dude, I just, for me, when I was watching it, I was like, this is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yes, agreed.
I said they got it right. I really think for the most part, with Andor, with the Mandalorian, somewhat with the Boba Fett kind of miniseries, they've gotten all of this right.
Andor spot on.
Yes, because I just think the last trilogy was just, it just went from
copy and
bad to
paste.
worse. So it's like the last 6 movies were questionable.
Except for Rogue One. Rogue One was really
except
good.
for Rogue One. And I did like Han Solo. Star Wars story.
Yeah.
I like that. Even though it didn't do well in the box office. But I wish they had went forward with Orlando. And it seems like, they're tightening the belts over there at Disney and only releasing X, Y, and Z and everything else like that. So
and plus you got the strikes too.
Yeah, and then you got the strikes and everything else like that. So
Californians.
Baylan Skoll.
Oh my God. Yeah, Baylan Skoll. Everybody, he's a very relatable character. I mean, I love Baylan Skoll.
Baylan Skoll is just like, oh my goodness, just torn, just in the middle. It's just Baylan Skoll is the independent voter in America.
But the thing about it is though too, a lot of people and I didn't catch it at first, but a lot of people were saying like, yeah, they're with Baylan Skoll, like they're catching the Count Dooku vibes.
Yes,
because
Cameron,
he's an elegant gentleman
Carmen,
and all
yes,
that stuff.
Brian's going to be on the collab show.
When can I be a guest on your show, Carmen?
That's a good question. But I tell you, yeah, you did.
I'm a worst nightmare.
You did get Count Dooku vibes, number one, but I really, so Baylan Skoll is just like, you know what? I'm not down with either of these sides. So Brian asks a question: when's there going to be a slot open on All About the Joy? Carmen responds, we charge people from Texas $200 to be on their show.
Yeah, typical Californians, overpriced and extortion.
Hey Brian, y'all don't pay taxes, so I'm quite sure you got it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. We don't pay taxes. But anyway, but yeah, Baylan Skoll though, I mean, like he's very relatable to everybody because yeah, how he said and yet you want to be yeah, when life was civilized 10 years ago. But yeah, like how he said, like when growing up, like how in the episode 6, how he said when she asked, "Do you miss it?" He said, "I miss the idea of it."
Yes.
But then seeing everything burned down is, kind of question his faith to be. I mean, so and then he's tired of the light side trying to conquer all, then the Sith, the dark side, the light side, he's tired of it all. So he's just like, I want none of it. All of it's got his main goal is he wants to stop it.
Carmen says, and yet you want to be here for love. You know what I'm saying, boo? She also says, I love to have you I'd love to have you on the show, Brian. I think it would be fun. All seriousness, we'll make it happen.
Not for love.
Not for love. Okay. Did I read
That's
it
why.
wrong?
That's why San Diego is better. It's the best city. San Diego is the best city in all of California. Yes, I have spoken.
I'm calling him love.
Rough out here. It's rough out here.
It's rough out in these streets. Okay.
But yeah, but also too, like with his apprentice Shin, they think a lot of people that are doing deep dives, they're thinking Shin and Ezra may hook up.
Think so?
I think so because she
So is Shin Balin Skull's daughter?
Everybody's thinking that, but I think like he pretty much like I don't know. I think he may have adopted her or picked her up or because she was just he noticed that she was force sensitive and he felt it and just kind of took her under his wing. So he is protected of her. Yes.
Got it. I'm looking forward to episode 7 and 8. Question for you, Brian. Would you have preferred to binge the 8 episodes, or do you like this slow burn week to week?
Slow burn week to week because I want to keep guessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony? Yes, sir.
Question. What causes farts to smell bad?
Your diet. Next question.
Okay.
Too much kombucha, vegan stuff.
To me, it is the food. It's the food.
Okay. So once again, on the aforementioned latenightparents.com, shout out to All About the Joy. The website is up. Make sure you go to it. Mm-hmm. What causes farts to smell bad? So generally speaking, stinky farts will go away once the cause has worked its way out of your system. But to help prevent smelly farts in the future, consider making some changes to your diet. So the following foods increase the amount of gas and smelliness of farts.
I like hummus. I love Brussels sprouts. Cabbage every now and then. Cauliflower, getting used to.
Beer.
I disagree with that.
Well, the yeast.
Foods in high fiber, high protein foods.
Bread.
Well, dairy products.
Yes, Carmen.
Artificial sweeteners. Fatty fried foods. What else?
Oh man, I love fried okra and fried mushrooms.
So when something other than food causes smelly farts, the aim is to treat the underlying cause. So, for example, if your provider that you have SIBO, which if you go to it, they'll recommend treatment with antibiotics. You can treat lactose intolerance by avoiding dairy and other lactase supplements to help the gut digest milk products. And if constipation is the problem, there are ways to deal with that too.
Drink some water.
Juice.
SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth.
Pretty much. You got to dump your system. Drink some water, flush your system. Get the old out.
Prune juice. Eat asparagus. Asparagus flushes out the toxins too.
You better stay home. I hope you're teleworking, drinking prune juice, and you got to have your microphone on.
I want to know why are we asking this question? Because it was a topic that we didn't get to last week because the show was so overstuffed with other topics. Hence, overstuffed, smelly farts. I'm gonna let you host my peeps. You're too funny, Ted. Somewhat funny. We went from Star Wars to farts. Sounds about right. Okay, so
warp speed.
We are going to
party.
I don't want to talk about the Disney Plus stuff yet. Yo, I want to leave that for exclusively for Belt Kings.
Okay.
If Tony does not freeze me out again this week.
If Ted is an hour and a half on time, we'll make it.
I had an exclusive story on the October 1st football game. It's a London game. Of course, with the Jaguars, but it's going to be Toy Story theme animated. So it's going to be similar to that Nickelodeon game from the past couple of years. Why are they doing this? Because they want younger fans.
2
The
letters.
fans are aging out.
2 letters. AI.
AI.
2 letters.
Hey, Brian, this YouTube is.
I was going to say, save it for the closer.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. AI runs the world.
Yes.
Everyone's upset over it.
Yes.
No one's happy about it.
No.
And it's getting injected everywhere. MLB yesterday had a game, and it was a virtual reality style game. You know, it was just, this is the stuff that we have to deal with.
Did you see the guy on TikTok?
See, we got Skynet, and then also
TikTok saw himself at the football game.
Say it again?
There was a guy on TikTok. He saw himself at the football game. They made an AI of him in the audience. That's what I'm talking about.
See, Skynet, and then on top of that, you guys seen Blade Runner?
Yes.
Everything's been thrown at our face. I mean, all the sci-fi movies. It's like
for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And if you need something more recent, as far as AI, photo imaging or whatever, the first time former President Trump was about to get arrested a couple of months ago, they already had pictures of him being arrested. It hadn't even happened yet. Y'all might want to think about all this craziness. Yes, I got you, Carmen. That was my first thought in the first place. I was already thinking that. Thank you for confirming that. I was already thinking that.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, they're gonna ignore him. I mean, we're all expendable.
Okay, Brian.
I'm just saying, we're all expendable, dude.
And let me go.
Is it Gazer Drive?
Let me go to.
Oh, they got a lot of ray tracing.
I can believe that. Is it Gazer Drive? I can believe that right there. Appreciate you coming through.
All right. And we'll get ready to start closing out because you know what, lately, the show has been, I don't want to say overstuffed, but I'm gonna lay back on some of these topics. Okay, so I got 2 things. Get into this quickly. Three tips to scoring your dream rental APT. This was from our friends at AM New York, and it's a New York-based. They used to be a print newspaper, but they went totally online now. But so it talks about renting an apartment in New York City. Say no more. You get basically a shoebox for $3,000 or $4,000 a month. But
what stupid idiot would pay that?
Oh, I mean, downtown is ridiculous.
I know. At least like the downtown apartments in Houston. I mean, yeah, it's like that too. But at least you can at least get like 3-bedroom apartments for that price.
Yeah, it's not pretty. I've seen him. I've seen those apartments downtown, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah, I
this
mean,
is.
and then on top of that, who the hell wants to live in downtown, dealing with all the homeless people, the noise? Mm-mm. That's why I
But
live
it's
on the
downtown.
outskirts.
Everything is there.
Yeah, peace and quiet matters to me.
There's some tactics that real estate agents say you can employ to make sure you're the best candidate for an apartment. So here's three of them. First one they would say is setting up viewings on a Thursday or Friday so you can be the first in the door. So I don't know this, but I guess inventory or these specific apartments, they come out later in the weekend. So for you, since it's so hot out there, apartments, and even also you can apply it towards homes too, and townhouses also too. Um, Thursday or Friday, you would want to set up a time for you to get into the front door. You got to make sure you have all your updated paperwork ready to go so that you can make this offer on the spot. So that means like your recent tax returns, a couple of bank statements, letter of employment, a couple of pay stubs, scanned copy of your photo ID, as well as a signed agency or fair housing disclosure. And most importantly, is giving yourself lead time. So you got to use whatever search engines you use, Google, Bing, Yahoo, or whatever, so that whenever a listing is available in a specific neighborhood of your choice, when you do get that ping, you drop everything and you go. Also, in the case of an inquiry about an apartment or a townhouse or a condo or your home, it's ended up, you want to make sure it's not in your junk mail. This stuff is so competitive out there that nowadays with homes, you have these corporations that are buying these homes. So like the average homeowner can't bid up against a corporation because the corporations are just overbidding for the property and then turning around and making it a rental property. Let's
Ain't no
see.
debate for me on that one. I've been hearing about that. I got no debate against that. I've been hearing about that. Yeah,
Okay,
Carmen, you're doing good.
I sent both of you an email about helping Ted with his chat stuff. I meant to connect you two earlier. My apologies. No problem. Thank you, Rick. Look forward to working with you on this. And I'm going to be good. A shoebox in New York or a house in Texas. Oh, bump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's tax. A shoebox in Texas. Good luck. I mean, everything's spacious.
So Rick,
It like matter of fact, like my old apartment was 725 square foot. I had a front door, a back door, I had a patio, and on top of that, with water and lights included, I only paid $750 a month
What year was that?
back in 2017. Like I lived
Exactly.
there for 5 years.
Exactly.
For
Look at these
5 years,
things.
yeah. But now my old apartments, because they renovated and everything, you can get it for like out on the low end $800.
Okay. Do you gentlemen have an
Yeah.
opinion on Deion Sanders' experiment in Colorado? Can you take these colleges
Hang
higher?
on, Ted. Let me show you something here.
so
Uh,
it's Rick. Just want to let you know I use StreamYard, but I'll look for what's compatible or I'll open the ticket with StreamYard.
You want to answer the other comment over there? Okay, there you go.
From GZDRE4EV. Do you gentlemen have an opinion on Deion Sanders' experiment at Colorado? And can these colleges hiring celebrities as figurehead coaches, in a head coaching position to bring in advertising dollars and social media audiences? We're watching it. We're watching it live.
To me, they're trying to make back that money. They got to pay these students now.
all right.
Well,
That's all they're
we're
doing.
watching this live because I think not only Colorado, but anyone that's affiliated with the program is seeing its return on investment. If
Yes.
tickets that were I don't know, pennies on a dollar are going for $400 and $500. I get it. I know they had to crowdfund. They had to crowdfund his salary, but do I know how long it's going to last? I don't know. But I mean, everyone's riding a wave, and we're watching this. I mean, it's must see TV. We're watching every week, along with the rest of America.
Pretty much. It's primetime television. No pun
It
intended.
really is.
No pun intended. Seriously, it's primetime television. Dion had a large fan base. He was a big name. He was willing to coach, and whoever's going to pay him that he wants to go to, he's going to get it. The most recent story I saw was an opportunity to come into the NFL next season. Right now, Colorado has won more games than it won last season. His job is already done and complete. He can move on to the next one, or he can stay there. He'll probably stay for the team, but when his opportunity comes, he's going to take it too. He has progressed himself. He's used to being a millionaire. He used to making money being a millionaire. He can handle the fame and the limelight. They're going to want him. They're going to want him. Somebody actually came to me and said he may go to Alabama when Saban steps down. I actually challenged it. I said, I don't think he'll go to Alabama. Saban will step down, they'll probably get somebody else. But if Auburn takes him, that would be money. So we'll stay tuned to see if that happens. If Dion was to go to Auburn University as a coach, that would be money for everybody.
Big shout out to Dada Rocks, who just texted me. Definitely friend to the room and fellow co-founder of Late Night Parents.
Word.
So, Brian, what are we seeing here?
So right here, this is what the apartments go for in downtown. So all right here, like within the loop right here, this is all of downtown. So right here in the heart of downtown, look how much of these are going for, like 1,700 to 6,000 or 6,800 living in downtown.
Rent?
Wow.
Yeah, rent.
6,800 for rent?
Wow.
Yeah, $6,747 for a 1 to 2 bedroom.
That's a nursing home.
And then, yeah, I mean, right here, West Dallas. That's like right there on the edge of downtown. That's 1,500 to 2,500. But then, like, you look over here. So where I used to live was over here.
Hey, KB. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Thank you for coming through. That is a nursing home. $1,600 for rent. That's more than some mortgages.
But this is where I used to live. Right here, the Fountains 3. I mean, they went up, but this is all like right here in the Galleria area. But see, this is pretty much like on the low end. But then where I currently live, because I'm like renting.
You might as well move to New York if you're gonna pay them.
Hell no. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, why am I gonna waste my money out there?
You don't waste money in New York. You're in the center of a lot.
But yeah, but like if you go on the outer parts of Houston, I mean, for to rent a house is like $2,000 a month. But looking at these houses, I mean, look at that. Like monthly rent, $2,000, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,226 square foot.
That's about average. I'd pay that.
Yeah. So again, where's the shoebox?
Brian, the point is you love Texas. You ain't leaving Texas. We got it.
You love Texas.
Yeah, because
certain people,
we don't pay. Our taxes are low. We don't pay state tax.
You don't pay state taxes, but you know what? Y'all can't handle. She said you are so not getting the joke. No,
you're just a hater. Oh, because I dated some guy and I had a bad experience, so I hate Texas.
Brian, let me tell you something about that part of Texas. There's 2 things I'm not going to deal with in Texas: the heat and hurricanes. Y'all got some ridiculous heat. I've been to Texas. It is stupid, hair dryer, microwave hot in Texas.
Well, you feel the same grunt of it too because you're in the Gulf of Mexico as well.
I'm not in the Gulf of Mexico.
Really?
I'm not.
You're near the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm near, but my state does not border the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Your state actually swims and fishes in a oceanic nursery.
But still, it's warm water.
Y'all have Houston has a lot of traffic. I've always heard that Houston's
Not
traffic.
as bad as LA.
Man, no, it's not as bad as LA, but y'all got
LA is like round the clock traffic.
and you all still have half of New Orleans up there from Katrina, and your crime chain, your hip hop is good, but it's just hot. It is hot.
Gulf of Mexico.
It is hot. There are 2 major cities in that state, and you're outside of one of them. I would visit, but I would not live down there. Yes, sir.
We're gonna close out.
Gotcha.
Showing this. Can you see what I have up here on the screen?
Go, Brian, go.
Yeah, Power Slap League, ladies and gentlemen, the crazy Hawaiian. Paya! Done.
This is the Dana White sponsored Power Slap. Oh my God.
He slapped him with his wrist. That wasn't even his hand. That was his wrist. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, we got to. But I mean, women do it too. Women participate in this league. Women participate in Power Slap too.
Y'all love the slap.
Oh my goodness.
He almost had a concussion, Rick.
I know. So as I said before, we will talk more. One last fun fact. There are, it came out today. What came out today? Today, we were talking about top brands. Guess who is still the top brand in the world?
I mean, what's the question? I can't even deny them.
Future Brand Index.
Even if I wasn't a customer, I can't deny them.
Future Brand Index is in its 9th year of ranking companies of how future-proof their brands are. Yeah. According to the latest iteration, Apple is still at the top of the list over big tech competitors like Samsung and Microsoft.
I have to admit, if I wasn't with Apple, I would probably be with Microsoft.
Apple you guys like buying those super expensive phones every other year or every year for some ungodly reason. They said Apple's visionary approach towards innovation is one of the many reasons why the tech company was able to get back on top. Jeez.
I think it's the security and the high definition. Appearance.
Wait, you think it's the Retina screen?
I think it's the high definition on your phone.
Because it's 4K.
You want something to be high def when you're looking at it. You notice your movies, they're going to digitally remaster it. They're going to try to make everything high def. They're going to try to make everything as 3D as possible, as realistic as possible.
Well, yeah.
Android phones are so square and bland. Android graphics are square and bland. People have Android. A lot of the Android people are the people who couldn't get Apple in the first damn place. And then when Galaxy came out and the Galaxy system was able to go through all the cell phone companies, people stuck with it as well. Apple has a problem from when it first came out. You had to be AT&T. You had to have decent credit. You had to hook it up through everything that they had. And people didn't like the exclusivity. That was the very big issue. Right now, since we're past all of that, I am not talking out my ass. I have a Samsung. It's incredible. Love you, producer. I'm not going to stop talking. Hell no. I can't.
So globally,
yes,
there's more Androids in use. But the Hasidic
I do.
Americans favor Apple.
Yes.
Okay, y'all go ahead. I'll
I
speak
mean,
for
I
my
mean, I mean,
experience.
like the newer. The iPhone 15. I mean, I'm considering trading my phone in. I mean, I get an $800 trade in. I only
Mhm.
pay
Hey,
the
if you
difference.
can get an $800 trade in, I say go for it.
I'm
Yeah,
about to.
and
I say go for it.
it's an ultra. I mean, like the camera is very remarkable. It's an ultra 4K. Then on top of that, if you play games on your phone, there's automatic ray tracing to make it as realistic as possible.
Mhm.
And on top of that, you have a longer battery power. You have a greater antenna,
Mhm.
and then on top of that, you have a much larger memory bank
Mhm.
on the iPhone, which Samsung cannot compete.
And I think the kicker is Apple security settings make them highly marketable. I know the world uses Android. I can hear everybody else saying that. A lot of people can't use. I'm a little bougie. I'm a little bougie. I'm a little bougie.
Tony's bougie.
I'm a little bougie. I ain't entirely bougie. I go back to
I
ghetto.
mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, I love my 13 Pro, but I messed up the charging port because my AC vents on my phone mount.
Mhm.
But other than that, like I love my phone. My phone's awesome.
I like Apple. I got no
Not
complaints.
true.
The
Not
security
true at
settings
all,
on Apple are a
Brian.
big issue to a lot of people, but they had to decrease some of their security settings. And people always look at folks like you stuck up. No, I've been with a specific phone company. I say it. I've been with AT&T. They had Apple. I ran with it.
Yeah.
Android was available to all the cell phone companies, which helped them to sell. I give them that, but I just like the Apple graphics.
Okay.
I like the Apple graphics.
Y'all have been hoodwinked by a brand, can't admit it. No, I mean I had Android for a while. I mean, I had like when the smartphone came out, I had like the Motorola Droid.
Mhm.
Then I had the Motorola Droid X2. Then I had the Samsung Galaxy 4. Then the
Led
Samsung
astray
Galaxy
and
6.
run amok.
And then I had the Motorola Edge. But then when I damaged my phone accidentally,
Mhm.
then that was when um a deal for the iPhone came around, and it was a really good deal, so I switched from Android to iPhone. And to be perfectly honest, the iPhone is much more better user friendly than the Android.
I've had LG, Motorola. I like Apple. I ain't gonna lie. I like Apple better. But
Like my
LG would have had me had they kept up with it. Had the LG View kept up with what it was doing, they would have had me. But LG made me mad because they would say that the phone was no good or out of date 6 months after you buy it. Apple
yeah,
doesn't do it. Start competing with that with what microwave you have.
And
spoken like a liberal. Kombucha
oh,
life, baby.
come on. Carmen, I'm gonna tell you this much. I have a Samsung microwave.
So do we. We got a Samsung. We have a Samsung washer and dryer, Samsung
Yeah,
microwave, Samsung refrigerator,
there you go.
and then my computer monitor, Samsung.
Let me tell you, I will wear my referee stripes when
Gonna be out.
Carmen and Brian are on the same screen
Man,
together.
I'm sitting back. I'm
I
sitting back.
will wear the referee stripes. I'm telling you.
I'm sitting back.
California and Texas. There you go.
Both
All right.
republics.
Love you guys.
So you got the mass exodus.
Love you guys. Want to thank everyone that has chimed in on the chat. We will be doing a mega show, which our group plus JoJo will go and meet Carmen, Rick, Andrea, and Cynthia. Tony D will be right there in the middle because he's on both shows.
I'm waiting on all of y'all.
It will be a mega show. I don't know if an hour is going to be enough for that, but
We need that's a 3-hour show right there.
Depends on the topic and the responses.
That'll be a
we
3-hour show.
collectively have to work on a non-sports related. It doesn't need to be sports related. I think we keep it. One topic was thrown out there already: relationships. I think we could talk music. We can talk media. It's. I don't want to talk politics.
I don't either, Brian.
But we can talk news. But we can talk news. So, Brian, where can we find you, my friend?
Snapchat at Thailander_F150.
Tony D.
Uh-huh.
If we're not following you at TonyD.original, where can we find you, sir?
You can always find me on Late Night Parents, my man Ted Hicks. Way to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Ted, appreciate you as always. You can find me on the Sunday Night Smoke podcast, Sundays, 7:30-ish, whenever Ace comes up. He's been busy with a few things. That's all cool. Yeah, Brian's still on Snapchat. Y'all already know what it is. You can find me on TikTok, TONYTON19723. You can also find me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, Rumble, Clapper.
5 minutes later.
TONYTON72. You can also find me as the Random Multi-Broadcast. I tend to do music videos with a little bit of current events just to mix it up for everybody all over the place. You Google it, you will see it. I've done those a little bit every now and then. I'm down about one a week. Just trying to change it up, trying to think of something new, something different. Bell Kings Fantasy Football League, Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's the time I try to schedule it. I don't plan on going any longer than an hour. If it's just me, I'll do 30 minutes. How did I know he's going to pop up right when I need to go to sleep? Because he do this all the daggone time. You in here, boy. Y'all some hour late brothers. But it's cool. Children get to see you, my boy.
Well, other than the Snapchat, I'm on Discord at Thailander713.
Joe, we are getting ready to shut it down.
Oh boy.
Do you want to?
I was trying to eat and try to do some other stuff, man. I've been under the weather.
I want to show you your respect.
You good?
Yeah. I'm all right. I'm getting over it.
So what?
Are you still congested?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
So final thoughts on the video?
What was that, Brian?
I'll let Ted go ahead.
Oh.
Hold on. Just for you, Joe.
What? What you want me to do? What are we doing? What? You gave me time?
Wait, hold. Do you see what we see?
Oh my God.
The crazy Hawaiian.
Slap fighting.
I was slap.
Wait.
Slap, yeah. I know.
You see the other clip?
Oh, I didn't see the other clip yet.
This was from his last fight, yeah. Because he slapped his friend. He slapped his friend his debut. So they gave him a second opportunity to fight this guy. And yeah, he sent this guy to the astral plane. Yeah. That was bad. That was bad. That was real bad. What's happening? Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. This week has been crazy, but yeah.
It's the weather.
Yeah, man.
The weather. Trust me, it's the weather.
Don't be out there. Don't be out there without a jacket on because this weather is whoa.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, women like to slap too.
But not even that, man. That C word is floating around, man. People getting that like crazy, man.
I mean,
I went out. Was it today? I went out today. Was it today or yesterday? Because I went to my eye doctor yesterday. I went to podiatry today. Yeah, they had like 4 people in the office caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, oh, shit.
Oh, what's been going on for the past few months?
I mean, they're saying this is going to be the new normal now.
I said, God dang.
The winter's the temperature's about to drop.
Rick.
Again.
So, Rick.
I want my 10th booster.
Oh my God.
Man, it's at my 10th.
If you got to get multiple boosters, that's an indication the thing does not work.
Y'all want to start Brian? Go ahead, Brian. Good,
Here we
bro.
go.
Y'all about to leave, and here we go talking about we gonna go into it.
Like dumping
It's
STP in the tank just to buy some time. What the hell?
nah, you can't do that, man.
Yo,
Oh my god, nah, can't do that.
Oh,
Joe, you up to giving a quick 5-minute update?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because ain't nothing much going on really. If you could read the my bottom handle under Mr. B, this pretty much explains the weekend in general. Yeah, I'm on an island of confusion. There's a lot that's been happening this week. But as far as fights are concerned, yeah, this is confusing. Not much is gonna be really going on as far as Friday goes, but Saturday. Um, if you want to go watch something on Friday, they got LFA 168. You can go check that out. I think what else is yeah. It'll be LFA. LFA you can check out. But on Saturday, boy, Richardson Hitchens fights Jose Cepeda on the zone in a junior welterweight bout. That's okay. But Zele Zhang fights Joe Joyce in a rematch for the was it the interim? Yeah, the interim title. If I remember, I think it's the interim W. Was it the IBO or the WBO? Yeah, it's the interim title though. In that rematch because Zhang busted up Joyce's eye. And so they'll be fighting. There's a couple other fights that's gonna be going on as well. But Bellator comes around and takes the cake. Bellator got Bellator 299 on Saturday. The UFC have number 6, Rafael Fiziev versus number 7, Matthias Gamrot. Two fight cards going head to head with each other. The problem is Bellator is doing theirs in Dublin. It starts at 11 in the morning. The prelims start at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. The main card starts at 4 in the afternoon if you live here in the States on the east side. 1 a.m. if you live on the west. Why do you have 5-hour prelim cards, man? Why? But other than that, Johnny Eblen fights Fabian Edwards. It's in Dublin, so there's a whole bunch of guys from Conor McGregor's Conor McGregor's gym fighting on the card. So they put damn near the whole roster on there to face whoever. Will be competitive. Will be a competitive card to watch. But as I mentioned, Eblen, the hot prospect and current middleweight champion, fights Leon Edwards' younger brother. Yeah, Fabian Edwards. Shout out to Leon. They also talked Leon's gonna be fighting at the end of the year. He'll be fighting Colby Covington, defending his title at UFC 296. Aaron Pico, the Olympic hopeful, was fighting Pedro Carvalho on this card. Sinead Kavanaugh is fighting Sarah Collins. A firefight between Maz Bernal and Daniel Weichel. And a couple other good fights on this card. UFC got that, as I mentioned, the Rafael Fiziev, Matthias Gamrot. Gamrot just came from a win against Jalen Turner, if I remember correctly. Rafael Fiziev had that epic fight with the number 1 guy, Justin Gaethje. Then we have Bryce Mitchell versus Dan Ige in the co-main, which is going to be fire. Marina Rodriguez faces Michelle Waterson Gomez in a rematch at women's strawweight. Brian Battle faces AJ Fletcher, 2 upcoming welterweights. Well, Brian Battle was a middleweight, but switched up to welterweight. Charles Jourdain versus Ricardo Ramos in the high-heated featherweight fight. Jourdain out of Canada. Ricardo Ramos looks like the mini version of Charles Oliveira. Jiu-jitsu monster, but got some really good fights, good striking ability. The rest of the fight, a card, is a lot of good guys returning, some veterans, and some old time homies. Yeah, pretty much showing up. And Kamaru Usman's brother's fighting on the card too. But other than that, man, that's what's happening. Waiting for next week. You know, no UFC, but
how pumped are you for
Canelo.
next week for Jamal Charlo and Saul Canelo Alvarez?
Oh, I'm beyond pumped. Oh my god.
Ready.
Yo, it's the most magical fight you can have out here. And the craziest thing is that you didn't go and get the weak link Charlo. You got the real Charlo.
Yes.
You went and got Jermell Charlo. While Jamal's little crusty self is over here causing problems in his relationship. His wife causing problems with his brother's wife. And he's doing all types of tomfoolery and all types of duck jobs like he's been playing dodgeball his whole life. You got Jamel over here taking challenges left and right. Undisputed super welterweight champion. Willing to fight any and everyone. Moving up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. Big payday and super big challenge for him. Canelo's been looking pretty good. You know, outside of the last fight, the fight he had against Bivol, he tested himself a little too much up the weight classes, you know, sticking to 168. You know, he's looking pretty good. The John Ryder fight, he didn't look all that great, but John Ryder didn't really give him nothing much to offer in the fight. So, but yeah, man, I'm looking to see what Jamal Charlo does. Jamal's been training a hard body. He's put on the mass. He looks, pretty good. And I know he'll take this fight dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting 12 rough rounds. If there's a stoppage, probably won't see it till like around the 10th, maybe. But I'm expecting this to mostly go to decision. Charlo's just that type of guy.
The Canelo fight?
Yeah.
Yep.
If they do that again, that's going to irritate a lot of people. They got mad when the Triple G Canelo fight was a decision.
Yeah.
They got irritated. Win or lose, get it over with, stop playing. They cliffhanging the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what they did. Everybody was furious.
Yeah, they dragged it. They dragged that. And I know why they dragged it. Because Triple G was getting older.
Yes.
And that was the problem.
They won another one. They had 2, 3 of them fights.
Yeah.
Everybody was waiting on that. Was supposed to be the problem was that was going to be it for boxing.
Yeah, that's what happened because they waited. When is it? They did the first one, then they waited like what 2 or so years for the second one,
years. Yeah, I want to say,
and then 4 years for the last one.
And they were good fights. They didn't even have them.
It was crazy. Like, yo, what we doing here? What are we doing? You wait till Canelo, till Triple G turns 40 to fight him? Like, what?
Man,
come on, you trying to kill his reflexes, man. Get out of here.
Make your mind up. Stop playing with the game, man. The game being played with. No disrespect. The game's being played with.
That's why you got Canelo out here learning English. You Canelo out here learning English. I just take my time. Yeah, you shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Yeah, he out here, yeah. That dude wildin'. You ever hear interviews now you know English? He wildin', man. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
Listen, the All Access, Joe, the All Access, the Showtime All Access.
Yes.
2 episodes with Canelo versus Charlo. Excellent. 2 25-minute episodes. For any fight fan, go watch those.
Yes, do watch the All Access. Showtime does a great job in highlighting the fights and highlighting key points to each of the fighters that are taking part in the event. Yeah. And backstage, things that are happening, training, quick quotes, trainers, and all that stuff. Yeah, they do an awesome job with that.
Got it.
Check that out. And if you don't have Showtime, you can check that on YouTube. It's free.
Yeah, it's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Joe, where can we find you? during the week. Hey, before you tell us that, big shout out. I got a retweet from Cope's Corner, Mike Copenhagen. Big shout out to him.
Big house of Cope.
Yeah. My man's been lurking. I see him.
He's around.
Yeah, I see him on Twitter there. I see him on Twitter.
He's around.
Yeah, he around. He moving. I see him. Yeah, man.
Where can we find you, Joe?
Me?
Yes.
New Year's same B at Mr. B 1986 on the app formerly known as Twitter. I'm on OK Live, Mr. B, the app you can download and check that out. I do a show on Wednesday called The B-Sides of the Fight Game with your boy Mr. B. Listen to that on YouTube and Twitch. And I even do that on OK Live as well. Other than that, I pop up on here once in a blue. I'm trying to show my face on Belt Kings. Belt Kings has been pretty magical so far.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, it's been really good to keep up in the morning, to know what's going on, the in-depths, predictions, who's in and who's out. I know you be trying to get your time in, Tony, with the after show. So, yeah, I be trying to check that out too. I've been on the ball now. I reset my roster after what happened Monday. So I think we're ready, man. We're ready.
Oh yeah, we This is gonna be a crazy week.
Yeah.
Talk about Sunday too. This week kind of has me nervous.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, I get off the snide because I am 0-2. I did drop Justin Fields.
I seen that.
Yeah,
Kind of surprised.
After all of this drama and all of this and the lack of coaching, and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna drop him. I'm going heavy with Tua. And
I'm not mad right now.
I'm gonna ride it out.
Yeah, Chicago went ahead and signed a retired veteran quarterback.
Yep. So it's telling you something that
they should have gave Tebow a call.
It's just the Bears are in disarray.
What's wrong with Tebow? He's healthy. The guy can still go.
He can't quarterback. Stop it. He can't quarterback. They don't want it.
Or the words of JoJo, sweet Jesus, stop talking about it.
Leave that man alone. He's good where he's at.
They don't want him quarterback, and that's all there is to it. They don't want him quarterback.
Nah, man. He's good where he's at, man.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm 2-0, and I'm 2-0 in our league, and then like in Glicks, I'm 0-2. I had a good fight, but I lost to Jeff. I started out good too.
Somebody who don't even know what he's
but
doing.
his Monday night players came into play, so yeah, that's my fate.
I barely got by against Smoke on this week. That joke was crazy, man. I was like, Jesus, this man about to put me out my misery. And he just auto pick, and then he don't even go check to see what's going on. Like, it's whatever.
I'm 1-1 in most leagues. I think I'm 0-2 in ours.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think I'm 1-1.
Yeah, on my ESPN. On my ESPN, I'm like 0-2, and then on Glicks ESPN, I'm 0-2. On ours, I'm 2-0, and then on the other NFL one, I am 1-1.
Yeah, I'm 1-1 in most places. 0-2 and 1. This week's gonna be awkward. I was looking at a couple of those matchups. It's about to get crazy.
I got two questionable decisions to make as far as quarterback goes.
I'll take Mahomes.
No, I'm not. Do I keep Mahomes or do I put in Cousins?
Are you serious?
Because Mahomes, they play in Chicago. I think they're gonna get scored easier than Cousins made against, was it the Chargers?
All right.
I'm thinking about that. Is it gonna go or is it gonna be the opposite direction, the opposite way?
All right.
Depending.
All right.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo,
All right.
Mahomes has looked okay. He hasn't looked superhuman.
All
And
right.
I'm like, yo, they got Kelsey back last game, but
Yes, they did.
they didn't even look like, yo, these guys right here, they the ones. They didn't even look that way.
Just wait. Just wait.
That's what I'm saying. But Kirk, on the other hand, Kirk
All
took the L. And Kirk was looking back like superstar Kirk all over again.
All right.
I'm like, what?
Listen.
I'm like, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see.
All right.
But I'll be jumping back and forth between the two.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, Kirk Cousins will be in a Jets uniform. I'm speaking it into existence right now.
Yeah, you must know a witch doctor.
I mean, but are you still open to like if somehow Nick Caserio made the phone call to trade Case Keenum for some picks? At least you get a veteran quarterback that's mobile, has an arm. I mean, think about it. When he was with the Vikings, he did well as a starter. When he was with Buffalo,
I would give a fourth round pick for him. One single fourth round pick.
Even when his first go around with us in Houston, I mean, he had a ball. I mean, then he went to Cleveland and they kind of got that black cloud over Cleveland. Yeah, you know, they living up to the name of the Browns, you know, because that's where they go.
One fourth round pick.
And I'm giving you a heads up. Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, oh yeah, go ahead.
Or you got see, it's just messy. It's messy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard today on CBSSports.com. They said Jets are looking at Jameis Winston because it's only $4 million against the cap, and he's not getting off the bench in New Orleans.
Can he handle New York press?
He's 29 years old. He can throw touchdowns, but he can throw a lot of ints.
Exactly.
Yep.
What you gonna say, Joe?
No, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna follow up with that. Well, you know, they didn't forget about them crab sticks either. So you know what I mean. New York gonna give him the wherewithal about them crab legs. You know what I mean?
They are gonna weigh him out about that.
Ooh, the Giants lost.
But other than that, man, yo, I got about 2 weeks left, and 2 of my picks are going to the free agency because I picked them up thinking they're gonna do something. Well, I don't know, but OBJ, Ezekiel Elliott, you guys might go, man. Might see them in a few
You had
months.
enough of them?
I gotta see what's gonna go on, man. I got 2 more weeks. Let's see what happens. See how they move. I know New England's playing the Jets this week. So we'll see if they use Zeke. We'll see if they use Zeke, man. I've been waiting for Zeke to get on the field and do some damage, man. But
waiting on Dalvin Cook to get on the field and do some damage.
I know. I picked up Dalvin Cook.
That too.
Because he ain't done nothing yet.
Yeah.
It's still early. Normally, like what, week 5, week 6 is when everybody starts kicking in here.
And see what happened with OBJ, because now I see they talking about OBJ and Kim Kardashian chilling. I said, no, Odell. I said, no, Odell. You got a whole opportunity here to be big again. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He ain't gonna be big hanging around with that woman.
Don't do it.
That woman, I don't like. Again, like I said earlier, I don't know why these athletes and entertainers want to waste their times with a Jenner or a Kardashian. They are bad luck. They will ruin your career. Look at Lamar Odom. Look at James Harden. Need I say more?
Kanye made
you hook up with Kim Kardashian, you're all mentally messed up.
Kanye made money with her.
Yeah, and look where Kanye now, walking around with different color mask on every day, trying to hide his identity because he's like, oh, they have to get me.
Kanye was like that before her.
Well, then it just made it worse.
They got the other chick right now. He's like somewhat married to that other girl right now currently.
Y'all got to break down what happened on that boat because I know what I saw. They don't. They drive what they saying. I ain't falling for it.
I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm leaving that alone. I ain't touching that with a 20-foot pole, man.
They're already talking about who it looked like, and now look what he got.
Or Kanye's pole.
Easy.
Nah, man. They caught that man in the boat with his pants down. Chill.
Ooh.
Okay.
Doing the plumber, getting plumbed.
So
Okay.
Justin Fields is being benched, and they signed Nate Peterman.
Nathan Peterman.
Chicago last at the quarterback spot, which is likely why they signed veteran Peterman. Undrafted rookie Tyson Badgett is the current backup, and adding Peterman to the roster ensures they'll have someone behind Badgett should both players go down. Peterman also brings a veteran mind to the quarterback room, finding Fields could use right now. Seemingly, every
He's
move he
done.
makes is a wrong one, including speaking with
He's
the media
done.
about his grievances.
If that tells you anything, Justin Fields is done with
That's wild.
with Chicago.
Yeah,
That's
he's
wild.
done.
That's
Yo, they wasted those draft picks to draft up. Yo, it's just a mess.
I mean, the guy tried.
Oh, I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the organization.
Yeah,
They didn't develop him.
They put him in a line of fire, man. After they,
It's the Bears are no different than the Jets. They don't. Neither one of those teams develop quarterbacks well.
yeah, after they gifted us bum ass Mr. Trubisky. They gonna go.
Yeah.
People like Mr. Trubisky. He just can't flourish.
Nah, man.
They
I
like
can't even get mad because there's certain games he's actually kind of showed up in, since his time in Pittsburgh. But then there's a lot of games where it's like, bro, what's going on with you, man? But yeah, it is true. They didn't give him no time to really
No.
it's been a lot of in the fire type scenario.
And these coaches and these OCs, they just been in and out.
Right.
So you've basically ruined him.
It's wild, man.
Ooh. San Francisco 30, New York Giants 12.
Of course.
San Fran been wilding, man. San Francisco.
And I'm gonna say, yo, they gave Danny Dimes all that money, and I'm like, come on, bro.
Wow. Christian Kirksey retires. Buffalo Bill linebacker calls it a career after 9 years in the league.
Wow.
Sound like injuries.
But hey, I will say to y'all, make sure you see that Kelsey doc.
All right.
It's on Prime. See that Kelsey doc. It's really good.
Man, see, okay. So back on our fantasy football, I'm like debating if I should pick up Garoppolo.
Yeah, we're at that point.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm sitting there I don't know, because so for Glick's league, I have Trevor Lawrence, and then I have Ryan Tannehill, but I just acquired Anthony Richardson because Ryan Tannehill is just up and oh man, I don't know. Like I got mad last week. Like week 1 was abysmal, and then week 2, oh now he wants to play football. You know how mad I was? I was infuriated. Everybody else did well, but no, not my quarterbacks.
Wait a second. Folks dropped Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now you throwing temptation out there, man. That's wild.
Check his numbers.
And also too with the Bryce Young injured, Andy Dalton is coming out to play for the Panthers.
Just let him get hot. He gonna get hot.
I know. I was like, ooh, Andy Dalton, yeah.
Carr gonna get hot. Dalton gonna be out there.
He'll have good numbers. He just hasn't hit them yet.
Yeah, my young son Pickett may see me. I don't know. I'm talking bull crap. I have Mahomes and freaking Cousins. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking total bull crap.
I mean, you were talking about dropping Mahomes, and then Ted and I are sitting here like, no, I got him. No, you got him. No, I got him.
Drop him if you want to.
Drop him if you
Drop him
want
if you
to.
want to.
I will be right there.
I'm like checking all hours of the clock. Like when I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I check. I was like, did he drop him? Did he drop him?
Bro, I remember the first season I played with y'all guys here, man. I dropped Aaron Rodgers. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That was a good move.
Now's a good season to drop him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had Fields and freaking
Yeah, but Fields is making it happen.
The Holy Christian, man. I had the Holy Christian, man. What's his name? The Holy Christian, man. Super faithful.
Like last year, I had Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, and both.
There you go, Russell Wilson. There you go.
Both of them played abysmal.
Russell Wilson. There you go. The Holy Christian, man.
Holy Christian.
Yeah, super sanctified, man.
I mean, thank goodness I had like Brett Favre 2.0 to help bail me out in certain situations.
Sure. But yeah, man.
YouTube is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket. Watch
Sunday Ticket. Psh.
Pay your $19.
Yo, they gay folks, man.
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
They gay folks. Folks that love football, you gonna do your best to get it.
Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? Don't let no one come in your house.
Hi, Carmen. Welcome to the show.
She said y'all still on.
First he went with the Steve Harvey mustache. Now he's going with the thin line mustache. What the hell?
My dude still got the energy, though. I love it.
True.
I love it. Man, watching all these sports shows now talking about football is just amazing, though. I'll tell you that much. Watching Undisputed now with Richard Sherman and Skip Bayless.
It's football heavy.
It's been a trip, but it's been good. It's been good. You know, watching First Take, watching everything else.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Oh my God. Get me started, man. Jesus. Yo. Yo.
It is what it is.
I cannot wait till Bad Lip Reading does the NFL one more time.
All right, Carmen, have a good night.
Sorry to edit tonight's show. Got to go to bed, go to work.
All right.
Aw, good night, Carmen. Buenas noches. So, Carmencita.
Yo.
And go Astros.
Even to you, Bree. Oh, Bri.
Bye.
All right, yeah. I'm about to call it the night myself.
She called me Bri.
I'm about to shut it down.
Yeah. All right, y'all be good.
All right.
All right, gents.
Y'all be well.
Good night.
Good night.